We're so fucking back. We didn't even die. Totally fine. So totally fine that I remember exactly what I was up to, what I was doing. Maybe we should have logged in ahead of time and checked up. Go figure some stuff out, you know? I'm a bit of a cockatoo, apparently. What are we doing? There's a cafe full of guys I don't want to talk to without my boy. Find out about the thing. The drugs in the harbour. Hit it end with that. Stuff from that. Can't do that yet. Talk to a rich person about a reality lowdown. I think was Joyce. But we have to help her first. I feel like there was more we could do with the cockatoo thing. Oh, we had to pick up the pamphlet. We had to try to see what we couldn't.
A sulphur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover.
It's too expensive.
Its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Yep. Don't know who the lady driver is yet. Can't figure that out. Oh, maybe we could figure it out. Find someone. Start using, oh dear, some of our bonuses, some of our skill points. Saved up, one or two. Don't want to do this. Sounds hard. So I got multiple of, rhetoric I've got a couple. Rhetoric I've got a few. Conceptualizations. And try a couple of composures. Maybe try that. Rhetoric a lot of. And sealing I like. So let's do rhetoric. Although it does one pip mean I can only ever put one skill point into it. That'll make retrying later ones hard, I imagine. This is probably thoughts to upgrade stuff later. Because that's what it has done before. Yeah, see? Learning caps. Yeah, I see. Okay, that's fine. Rhetoric then. Art of Persuasion and Intellectual Discourse. And then, while we're burning points, anyway...
A sulphur-crested cockatoo sits on the...
Interfacing. Oops. Easy. Ding.
A sulphur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. is quite a challenge, but eventually the guide to the cockatoos is yours.
Splendid effort.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Tell me about the problem birds.
Where to
Bird
even
problems.
begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
And handle that, it would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
That's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Well, that's really something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Ouch. That must hurt.
Talk to me about funeral cockatoos.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
What about the major majestic cockatoo?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
Gorgeous. Please tell me everything you can. I want to know all there is to know about bang bang cockatoos.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoese forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoese name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
This bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Isn't that obvious? Major majestic, here I come.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Put the book away. What's that you thought? Think me a thought. Thought cabinet. No? That wasn't a thought. Ooh, oops. I wasn't paying attention, it was just a quest. Got that bird. Okay, I points in rhetoric, so I gotta talk to Sealang and Gaston Martin. And cargo container door. Ah, I got time. I'll read these. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover of this book stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames. This is a book about pâté. This book, I don't really understand what it's about. nor does it seem important. A book about boyadero culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Oop. Ooh, we get there. Oh, a book about erotica. But without actual erotica. But now that I've done that, I've forgotten what I was doing. Sealing! With a rhetoric challenge.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Ooh, low chance. Easy. Please, Sealing, give me some money. You got to spend money, right?
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
The street vendor nods, dead serious.
You see, I'm an honest entrepreneur. I can't help you if you don't give me a good reason as to why I should. Sorry, detective.
The man grins as if the entire incident is already forgotten. Thank you, Sealing. I'll be back for that money sometime. Code container door, and there's another one. Gaston Martin. I don't remember who that is. I would like to find a city map. Gaston Martin. Gaston Martin. I have no idea who that is. Anyone know who that is? I don't know who that is. One of these guys down here, maybe? Or pawn shop guy? Or one of those two. Might have been that guy.
G'day to you, officer.
It's not man on waterlock. It's not Australian man on waterlock. G'day to you too, mate. I don't think it's Soldier Man.
Officer,
Yeah, Gaston.
the mere sight of police in Martinez
Ah.
makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
Give me your sandwich.
A man
Yeah,
so
fair.
principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
What is political?
This right here is political.
This city's going to shit. Sooner or later, some foreign anarchist is going to steal your sandwich. That's a fact. No, that sounds racist as fuck. That sounds like lorry driver band. There's anything else I could say?
No,
Sure.
you're gonna starve to death.
Come on, rhetoric.
You're
Say
not.
anything else?
Everything is fine.
Smile and nod, boys.
All right.
Smile and nod.
Let's hear them, officer.
No, it's fine. And up there, and then around there, and then over there. I think I can go through without jumping. Around the side. Through the front door. Was there a map in here? Buy a map?
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into
It was just
a
drugs
small
and...
cabinet on the wall is
alcohol.
filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
You sell speed here?
Huh? Speed. Like, speed. Speed. No, Frick doesn't do that.
You sell Keanu Reeves in Speed, the movie?
Ah, what's the point if they don't even sell the good drugs?
Although, what if I want Kim to see this? No, it's not the machinery thing, it's just a big door. That's not interesting. Talk to that guy again.
Back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Hey there, sugar.
The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery.
You're a fine piece of engineering, do you know that?
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before?
How do I have +3 and it still, like, needs 12 to get through that? Really not a lot I can add to that, is there? I think there's any retrofit clothes. At least not yet.
You're back before the
Nothing
cargo
ventured,
container.
nothing gained. Ah.
As it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
That is a weird thing to try to do. Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll go talk to the union guy again. Evrard. Got new questions now, I think. And Kim's not here. Maybe that'll change. There it goes.
Mr.
Blair.
Leroy,
Ooh.
a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I am. No, I'm not. Lie. No comment. I am investigating this.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
Perks up.
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
Thanks, Brain Threshold.
I
Nice
trust you,
solve.
like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all.
I don't know what I'm asking about either. I think I've
You
forgotten
know
about
what?
this.
Don't even
It has
tell
been
me.
2 weeks.
Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
It's a shady thing to say. I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just gals being pals.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrard doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
You gonna ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I understand. I'm a terrifying death machine.
Don't worry, Harry. Between you and me, I'm not a huge fan of his race thing. But the Union did not get where we are today by frowning on eccentricity. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I'm not reconsidering opening the door because that was super illegal and Kim didn't like it. That didn't really seem to help much. Alrighty. It's only 4 o'clock. I can go talk to Joyce again? Can I talk to this guy again?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you, Leo, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Okay, bye. Another thing new from Leo. Talk to Joyce again maybe, see if there's new information there. We'll talk to Kuna. I haven't talked to Kuna in a while. Surely Measurehead doesn't have anything useful. Ooh, banana.
Hold on, Wandering Man. How can I?
Nope. This guy? Scab guy?
Right to work!
Nope. Oops. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up and is inoperable. Ooh.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Why am I looking at this wall?
Yeah. Why? It's a wall.
Just a normal wall. Treats. Hey kid.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Were you sleeping?
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Pig's come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one day.
You sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
She hisses. Oh, that's it? Alright. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Oh, bum hat. My first hat? I think it was my first hat. Yeah, do some rhetoric. What was rhetoric ever done for me? Not style. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. This is a suspicious door. What are these bricks about? That's into Kuno's thing. This door. Yep, also locked. Can we go in here? I don't think so. Can I go up there? Oh!
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? Sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says, sotto voce.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Oh, French? Well, a lot of the stuff is French adjacent. I don't know if that implies anything.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
You got a cigarette spare?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
Takes another drag and shivers.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
Can't you just, like, toss that one down?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
You're right. That was obviously a bad idea. Forget there's anything. Shut up and throw, kid. Give me this. Give me your half-done cigarette.
I'm not throwing anything.
There's no way you'd catch that cigarette anyway.
Really?
Yes, really. Don't even try. You'll just embarrass yourself.
As you wish.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
By God, this young man has the body of a decathlete. His lithe form was practically made for vaulting over the high bar.
Physical instrument, that's kind of gay. Kind of a gay thing to say. You train? Son, do you train?
Occasionally. Why?
You on the track team?
No. I just like to look good.
I get it. Nothing wrong with looking good. Oh. Oh, damn. A shame. I can't say this without Kim. I don't know if I could say that with Kim. Oh, my. Young man like you, with a body like yours, you'd be a credit to any track team.
Trust me, I'm not a team player.
He says with a honeyed smile. What's your name? Smoke from the balcony.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Mayon Mayonnaise.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Oh. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
I don't think so. I've got the whole log right here. And it's only been 3 seconds.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
Someone from the police?
I couldn't tell you. We don't usually see much of the gendarmerie around here.
When was that?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets the old patio chairs and dead houseplants, and all the neighbouring windows are black. You still haven't answered my question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Your Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend?
Jesus.
How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, snow continues to pile on the neighboring windowsills. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you too.
All right. We'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the snowy balcony with a dying hiss.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Shouldn't have tried to bum a cigarette. Hey, bye, man. Enjoy your lurk. Convince him to stay.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging.
Suggestion, no!
Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Neither of these are super appealing things to say. What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry? Huh?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry.
He takes a quick step back and looks around, clearly disturbed.
Listen, I really have to go.
With the flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
Bye, Martin. Yep, still no only war. Or like, only hiatus. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Your room in the Whirling is much bigger than this sloop. It's like twice as big. In your game, got requisitioned by an Inquisitor. Uh-oh, have fun. Yes. Fighting Chaos, fighting Xenos. Which Ordo?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
What could you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Ordo Hereticus? Hell yeah. What if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it!
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own. I'm afraid the Emergencies Act was put in place by the same coalition government that leases the RCM the right to police East Revachol.
It says west, she said east. Oh no. Game-breaking immersion bug.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
How are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Nice one, reaction speed.
Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
So the strike is connected to the lynching?
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
Yeah, he sucks. I roundhouse kicked him. How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
How long have you been here?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
What happened next?
The union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not hard communist enough for me. No, that's pretty good.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, about anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
The scabs at the gate. Is that you? You put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
No, I mean scabs.
If these workers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
What do you think of Everard?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him.
Oh, heavens no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
She stops and smiles. That's Everard, all right.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about this Edgar.
Have you seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself, outside the Brothers Clare?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
Hesitates, looking for the right expression. An effective advocate for the rights of local workingmen. A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. Socialist mob? Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like probably going to be a leech for lining their own pockets. Is it actually for the people? Doesn't seem to be. But again, that's mostly just based on what she's saying, and what does she know? She's on the big business's side. An effective advocate for the rights of local workingmen, for sure.
Why do you think so?
That kind of sucks. They're good labourmen. Can't fault them for a little corruption. A little corruption as a treat.
Ha! A real man of the left. What else can I tell you about?
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes.
Disappeared.
On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
That's us.
This forewoman, her name?
Her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name. And I don't have access to the union's files.
Have I met a Holly yet? I don't think I've met a Holly yet. Let me look at that. Without losing the conversation, yes, but don't know who it is. Some kind of extortion, probably. Or eerie. Eerie. Spooky.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
Oh, that's gonna... There we go. Reality lowdown. Let's go back to that. I've talked to Everard Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
Like, I like him as a character. So I can't say I didn't. I definitely can't call him a beautiful and just man. Is he just? Doesn't sound extremely just. Definitely not a hero of the workers' movement. Yes, he is? What if he is? Who says he's corrupt? Joyce, what does she know? What do I know about all this? Workers' union in the docks. Someone's doing drugs. Making drugs. Bloated Rainbow Socialist is definitely out. Not saying that one. Can do business with him for a socialist reason. I like socialism. Stop being anti-socialist. Chat options. I'm definitely not going to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him. I was doing my job.
Of course, Detective. Excuse
Just
me for
completely
implying
bitch out of the
otherwise.
choice.
I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself.
Verm.
However, if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Electrochemistry, you're always just a little bit too weird. He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
I do, and it's not letting me say it. Someone at the pawn shop bought it, and I know that. And he won't help me unless I help him with the intimidation racket. So no, I guess.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road?
No, I actually do want to
don't
talk
be
to you about a
afraid to
reality
drop by
lowdown.
for a chat. Until then,
Yeah.
is there anything I can help you with?
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
It's related to that medical episode. I've been having trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
She puts down her thermal cup and looks at me.
But then I'm no doctor. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
She takes a long sip of tea.
All right, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly.
Okay, suggestion. Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby.
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Hey, baby. I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
And what is mayonnaise?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about mayonnaise.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Boys.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
We near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch. The Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Okay, that's mayonnaise. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of a city is Revachol?
A great kind.
Oh, a great city. What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our
Who?
centuries.
Okay, who built this city on rock and roll?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Yeah, unimportant part of a very important place. No one cares about Martinez, but Caillou's pretty cool.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water to where the skyscrapers rise.
A collection of tall ghosts behind the water vapor, light reflecting off their glass windows.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Out to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
She watches you closely as you scan the horizon.
This is one thought you need to complete.
Oh, okay.
Where are you?
Let's have a look at it. Jamais vu. Bubble's back. Everyone say hi, Bubble.
Hi.
Jamais vu. Derealization. No temporary research bonus. Takes 3.5 hours. Revachol Special Administrative Region, Leg Hayu, the Insulindian Ocean, Coalition Government, Insulindian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Trouvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the forts, the one you truly must complete. Let's put this right up here in the middle. Immediately. It seems like the most important, after all. Oh, dude. Best viewers on Streamboo? Hell nah. That didn't remove the comment. Well, that's just gonna be there. No, it's not. We can get rid of that. Oh, gone. Okay, great. Never even a problem at all. Hey, lass.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times,
Oh, thank God.
Detective.
At least they're not interesting times.
After the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
The big time. Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth.
The smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind.
You've got a predatory streak.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Elysium. Ha! And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
We got shot in the head. Thing, right? Maybe. Was that before that?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
Bomber.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Really a kerfuffle.
Yes. The Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the other side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings. Tell me about something else.
About head shooting,
We got the mineral rights.
the liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Who are the Coalition?
The Coalition of Nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina,
Vesper.
Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist? What's moralist mean?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
I don't think I'm a moralist, ma'am.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
That's the way of history.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did Saraf do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Oh, really? No way.
Indeed. Zarat is a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
Him next.
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
She spreads her arms, raincoat flapping in the wind. What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened to the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
It's been like this for how long, exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
After that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
Jeez.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Alright, 40s dispelled it. And we're in 58 now, I think. What would you have done differently?
Good question.
Thank you for following, Powell013. Welcome. Good question, she cranes her neck. What would you done differently? Hello, buddy. Hello to you too. Followed and shared channel. Thanks. I am doing great. I'm good at this. Yeah. We're chugging along. What would I have done differently? after all that information, would I have sought a medical solution? Sabath? Doesn't sound like there was much time for that. Don't kill 400 million people. That's not a great idea. Run away with the mineral rights. Who are you in this? What would you have done differently? Don't fucking turn it around on me. I'll answer after you.
Asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to
She
you?
had an extra, reverse card.
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
Half-Light. This one. No Half-Light. Half-Light, are you sure? Half-Light. I don't know if I trust you, Half-Light. You say a lot of weird shit. You tell me to do a lot of weird shit all the time. High-strung investigating, shoot now, ask questions later, ring cops. This is... Do we trust Half-Light? I don't know if we trust Half-Light. We've just got a reality lowdown. This is like the nice thing to say. There's not really anything I could do to find a medical solution, I don't think. I'm just some guy. I could steal the mineral rights. Whatever that means. That wasn't really fully explained. Might have enough, not have enough encyclopedia for that. I don't want to say that. But you're the only one who chimed in, so you're the one who gets to get the answer.
The cold runs down your spine as you say the words, like a small electric charge that seeks grounding.
The mineral rights are a metaphor.
I see. A tenth of humanity. The key of history is in the lock. Keep turning at any cost.
At any cost, until humanity is free and the age of capital is past. Until this insanity is crushed and Revachol reigns a suzerain forever. Until it's all mine. Every pigment-drenched black leaf of money in Revachol. Or until the middle class, the gentry, and the workers are all gone and the age of man is over. Let's get past the age of capital. Let's free humanity.
The wind stops, and for a moment, there's silence. The cold dissipates into your parietal lobe, like a dissolved bullet. All is quiet on the Martinez Inlet. A dog barks. A gunshot echoes off the walls of some distant building. A woman's voice.
Capital is past.
Capital is past. Thank you, Shivers.
Past? That's what De Briever, the leader of the Communards, said, before she got a bullet in her head. Don't get me wrong.
The sadness in her voice.
Capital is finished. But understand this. Its end won't free anyone. It will only lead to more suffering.
Bummer, dude. That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway,
Come.
enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
That's all for right this hot
Glad to have been
second.
of assistance.
But I want to hit us with a quick save, just in case.
You're back. Good.
I've
What
got
can
some
I
more
help you
questions
with?
about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go
What do
ahead.
you mean
Ask me
by
anything.
acute encephalopathy? Encephalopathy.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
What causes encephalopathy? Encephalopathy.
Well, it's either
Damn long words.
bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, okay. Probably the surgery then.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, no shit.
What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
Not right now, electrochemistry. We've got things to do.
She stares at you, head
More dialogue
tilted
options to
to
get
the
through.
side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
What is...
It remains a mystery what you
Something.
mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
I want to know what you are. What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Who am I?
I am an ultra.
An ultra-liberal?
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
An ultra-lycanthrope.
It's sharp.
So tell me about ultra-liberals. I know what an ultra-liberal is. Dios mío! Draw across a liberal.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a man of the left, no? Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, are you repulsed?
He looks into your eye.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
I don't care.
A fitting punishment, to be forgotten, if not forgiven. Save a prayer for us in our chateaus on Ozon and in Stella Maris. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
That settles that.
Nothing's settled. It simply fades away. Like a lover who has lost their faith. Now, shall we return to reality?
What's this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Keep guessing.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
Are you saying I'm ruined? A ruin of
You're
myself?
not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant, what's this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
Cindy! From a dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye. Her red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful.
What is that? Pointing to Cindy the Skull.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Yep, I understood all of that. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
What is?
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. The doubt is fully formed in your head. The alien feeling persists. You just can't word the question yet. You have to complete the jamais vu thought first.
Oh, okay, that'll help. That's all
Glad
for
to
now.
have been of assistance.
Thank you, Joyce. Let's talk to Cindy. While keeping an eagle eye out. Some tear. Let's try this door. I don't think I've tried this door yet. So close. Was that so close? I didn't see my roll.
The southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Oh, knock knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
I cast the spell knock.
The door rattles again,
What?
but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the cops.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
This is such a fucking Bloodborne feeling door. Nothing about this screams Bloodborne porn other than an echoey voice behind a locked door. I need to talk to a young man in this building for some reason.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. With the smoker. You already were there. Didn't work.
Hey, are you there? I checked the backyard, but I couldn't get in that way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
I'm a real policeman. And I think I've got some clothes to prove that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I thought it's giving me a negative. Bummer, dude. Is it one of these, probably? Communism makes me less authoritative. That's alright. I got some nice
metal
boots.
door guards the southwest entrance. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man
I'm a real
vanished
copper.
into.
I swears it.
You can't think of
Oh.
anything convincing. Time for some police brutality.
Open up or I'm gonna breach this motherfucker. Pull! Right in the toesies. Oh shit! No, why was that
You don't
morale?
scare me, punk. I may be an old woman.
That should have been
but I'll
health.
still take the likes of you.
Yeah, she beat my ass. Oh,
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter.
gaze upon me, stuff and despair.
Kudos.
Anti-object task force. Ayolt. It's a -2 to pain threshold for a while. Take a look at your hands. Take a look at your hands. They're a lot like hands. That's not how the song goes. See how bruised I are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. Material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know just how much objects suck. Hey, Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my
Just the one officer right now, sorry. What are you doing to that wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
You don't know what you're going to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this, as an old man. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I like public art. I do like public art. There's a nice skull up there you're working on. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't mind me.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Do you know anything about the recent Moi, though?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Update on Lass. Got a cold coming back from Modry. Bummer, dude. We're fucking sick as hell. We're almost good, but I had COVID. Bubble was sick for a bit. It's been bad here. It's so fuck cold and hormones be storming. Chilling in bed. But goddamn, do you want to see me revolve jamais vu? I'm working on it. We're like halfway there-ish. Kinda, almost. We're working on it. We're well on the way. If I find your May was a chest infection, do not recommend. Ugh. Yep. Any infections is always just an awful time. I had an infection in like 10 years ago or something. They just fucking took me out for like a month. Ruined my academic standing. Unless you're so susceptible to chest infections, it's ridiculous. Fucking, what are infections doing? Causing revolutions and shit? Untenable. You won't talk about the murder, Cindy. But maybe you can tell me something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And we can't get there yet, but we can go there later. There's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you.
I'm very charming.
I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
She looks at you, a little sad suddenly. I'm an animal? Me animal? Catch you later, Cindy. Ooh, what's this? Can I have to click this? Is it gonna... I doubt it's gonna work, yeah. I gotta get up there somehow. Gotta get through that door over there. I've already done this, haven't I?
Just an ordinary wall.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Oh, get some bonuses later. Alrighty. Done that. What else we got? Get away up. Yep, I can do that. Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet. I can look at the bullet. I think I've already done that.
The bullet is still
need
safely
some-
sealed
ooh,
away
that's some
in
good
a plastic
bonuses.
bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Some hand iron. Wait, put one hand iron. We got tons of points. Let's put another hand iron. Or do we want to wait and do this with Kim? It might be a Kim thing. Actually, really progressing the the moiter. There's so many things I could be doing because I sent Kim off so early in the day. There's so much that I don't want to do without him. Sweet boy. Oh, yeah. Not tower. Just trash.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism. Shaking my head so everyone knows I disapprove.
The mute machine is unable to confirm or deny your theory. But yes, it was vandalism.
Look inside at all the bubblegum.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Onuk, you son of a bitch. If I ever find out who Onuk is, I'm gonna tear him a new one. Defacing this lovely coin-operated viewer.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Hello, child. I've talked to you already?
Hello again, sir.
Oh, I didn't. Hello, small child. What's your name, little
My
child?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
What are you doing standing out here on the cold?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Why don't you have a big sign that says bookstore open that you're spinning up in the air? I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir.
You're
I'm
welcome.
glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what I said. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamor rings through the honeycomb of classrooms.
What is this feeling?
Remorse. The parquet of assembly halls, the rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. The girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear...
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
What's all this crime business? I'm here to fight the crime.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, no, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Small child, tell me what crime is. It's that bad.
Crime is what criminals do, and policemen solve?
Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I've said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you, as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like, then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover, on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer, He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
Overshadowed by a fake man? That's harsh.
Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Your smile is warm and consoling, unlike the imperial image of Dick Mullen. What's romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Ooh, what about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you reckon she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Okay.
Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together.
Oh, that's enough romance for me. I have other questions.
Maybe some about other books.
Who are the famous people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
Scratches her cold-ridden cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Can I become famous by reading one of those books?
I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
They're all dogs.
These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Never mind, I literally had nothing else to say.
Okay.
Who's that over there?
That's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
You can stop calling me sir. I am but a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I get you. I, for example, can't stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Okay, I'm gonna deduce something now. Am I gonna deduce something? Let's check our composure. It's bad. Why is it bad? Because our boots are too cool. Let's put a bonus to composure. That's good. Yes, alright. Now let's deduce. Now that we've got our deducing shoes.
From the sky.
Ah! Fucking morale! Why is everything hitting morale? Every single thing hits morale.
She waits intently.
I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. I can't deduce that by looking. I can deduce that you are very small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
Okay, bye. Rightio. I haven't talked to Kuno for a while, I think. And did I put points into this? I don't remember.
See a set of
nope. Kuno! Help Kuno, I'm at a loss in the investigation.
Fuck does Kuno care?
You got any speed, Kuno?
Fuck fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
Can I have some?
Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
He's not worried about prison. He just wants to antagonize you. He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
Like 90% speed.
You need to befriend him first.
Gotta be best friends with Kuno first. I wonder if I've got the body, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
Just kidding.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost!
Whoa! I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Look at this mug.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah. Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
Got the speed brain.
You picked it after the mug fucker. Cause he's the clothes fucker.
I can't hear you, Kuno! Speak louder, Kuno!
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching! Get away from my Kuno.
He lets out a hiss, even meaner than before.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away! Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Probably should have expected that answer. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Kuno sounds like something you call a rabid dog.
Yeah? Think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez.
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Kill him. Kill him now. Do it. Shut him down. Please don't actually kill the kid. He's fine, he's fine, he lived.
The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it. This was no light tap.
Fuck him up. Oh, damn. Bubble, you're my Kuno ass here. You told me to do this. See? It's your fault now.
What?
I think we can have a normal conversation now. Am I right, Kuno?
Dave Van Tachten! You killed Kuno!
Oh, I thought there'd be more of the
Does
conversation.
Kuno care?
Yeah, here we go. You respect me yet?
You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
A little. But don't expect anything to change.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno! Fuck his fat ass!
Legendary empathy check. Figure out what's going on with this kid. Let's do a create a shack again.
The fuck do you want with it?
Nothing.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't Kuno doesn't...
Okay, Kuno, is there any empathy stat in my wardrobe? There's not. So this is going to be somewhat difficult. This is going to be a bit tricky.
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on with this kid?
He's on your
Who
crime
knows?
scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
You know, you want to be a snitch? Note to self, don't trust Bubble to look after the nieces. She's fine with our niece.
Fuck no! What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
He nods, big boy style, incredibly proud of himself. Okay, bye.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alrighty. Let's give that one a F5. What's the door do? Oh! Oh, yeah, into the basement. Nothing there, I don't think. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel for things to do here now. Probably you're perfectly safe to be around sometimes. I'm like an Adams. You step into my library, I'm going to challenge you to a duel. In every room, and be a library if you want it to be. I love what the fuck are you talking about? How many of those words are typos? What's an Adams?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Oh, double D Adams. Like this. I don't know enough about the Addams family to know they've got a library you do a chance to duels in. Can I sell
Sure.
anything? I'm
Let me
so
have a
low
look.
on money. Check out this corpse photo.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects.
I'm not trying to
No
sell it.
sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Can't sell me clothes. Oh dear. Well,
another time perhaps.
Hang on, I'm out of
Sure.
time.
Let me have a look.
How much
More than
would you buy
sure.
the armor?
What else have you got?
Oh, you didn't want it.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Yeah, I got some trash. I need the rifle to look at the bullets. This seems like some trash I don't need, but what if I need it? Well, that's expensive. Genuinely, Lass, your main frame of reference for Addams Family is you cosplaying Wednesday? Me? Me cosplaying Wednesday? I don't remember doing this. Bubble, did you cosplay Wednesday? Me or Bubble? Whoops.
Another time.
I've run out of other things to do, so I'm gonna go in here and talk to some people. Even without Kim. Gardener lawyer?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Why are you so aggressive?
I am being aggressive? Listen, you moral and unlucky. You are part of a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you are their bodyguard.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came
Whoa.
to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Swear it happened to Avcon? It might have. I can remember nothing. It's a bowl, there's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Alright, who's told who? Just this guy? What's up, this guy?
This is where you say your bed.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
What's your arms?
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
First, we gotta talk about your attitude.
You hear that, boys? Looks like the RCM sent us a big dick cop.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
He impersonates you. The crowd laughs again.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker. Quite across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s. A symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters Loss Loss. Has he tried to burn it off? Leave that life behind? And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where's the plectrum?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
The manhunt in the backyard. Did you do it?
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
He shakes his head.
They love him, boss. Spend all day digging around in there. Can't get enough of that pretty boy smell.
Just keep talking. Put something on the table. Something incriminating.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots?
He raises his worker boot, size 46, steel reinforced toe. Yeah, those boots.
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There's a catch.
There is no catch? these 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that? No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
I'm just doing my job.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
The fucker got what was coming to him. Our conscience is clean.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. No, seriously, who calls the shots here?
Who do you fucking think does?
It's the woman lorry driver who's running the drugs. And I can't put that together in this conversation, apparently. You give the commands out of these 7. Although I haven't seen Elizabeth's shoes. Could be her. Lawyer seems like, no, she's a local and she does all the lawyering for the union. She's not a lorry driver. You do.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
Idiot.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
Fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known him?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
7 not very bright, yeah, lads.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pine Scout, you mean Joyce, the negotiator for Wild Pines?
No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary and that's it? That's why you killed him?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was Special Forces?
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Alright, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth.
There's a slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Cracks his knuckles.
Yeah, He said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy revealed the victim's hands were not tied. No signs of struggle. How do you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
That definitely caught him off guard. In comes number 2 to take care of it.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
The tattooed one speaks up, banging on his chest.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, copper. Samurai boxing style.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure.
Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right. I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier.
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip, he's tight-lipped suddenly.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Why don't I just arrest you? Step closer.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean little eyes come alive with hatred.
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. The little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve. There's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts.
Why are they reaching for their belts?
Guns are stocked between the belts. 3, maybe 4 firearms. Although Fat Angus might be just pulling up his pants. Not sure.
Without Kim, though? Alright, let's just talk. Let's just take it easy until I get an extra guy in here.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
What are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. You should go back to Jamrock, to your station, where you belong.
Yes. Run home. Lonely. Rent a cop. Real law officials are done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy Boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
Sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Thanks, Glenn.
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth?
No reaction speed. Come on, keep up.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
To know who the
Sorry, boss.
the driver is. Alright, we don't get it. Ooh, got a bonus to that. Didn't change anything. Put some boots on. This is some stuff we'll leave for Kim. Oh, you know what? Boom. Hey, Elizabeth.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the Hardy girl?
I am not.
Okay.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Well, there, Glenn. Cool it a bit. Bring it back like 80%.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
The tone is cold and uninvolved. Alright. What about this guy? Nothing. All about money, you know. Hey. You don't speak.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
What's in that borscht?
Acknowledging your presence. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself.
Yes, more vodka.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Can I have some?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically, and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
Miss Gorassi. Leo says you're a fan of Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Well, I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Door check.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
Still can't do the door. Aiyah. God, if we talk to you, we paid for our room tonight. I remember this.
Can I help you?
Nope. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. If we're doing stuff anyway, we may as well try and get into this bullet, maybe. Which was...
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag. The bullet is still safely sealed away in a
almost
plastic
impossible
bag
to fail.
bearing the RCM stamp. The bullet is still safely sealed away.
What?
In a
Come on!
Remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm?
Bullet, please! Okay. That's fine. We're fine with that. Alright, I put a point into that. Did I not have anything else? Hand eye, bullet. Nope, that was the only hand eye. Oops. White are available to try now. Kim's not here. Yeah, I love a crit failure. Legendary barbell. I definitely don't want to do without Kim. Because the whole point is to show off. Who's that? Oops. Button to press just then. I don't know what that button's doing. A map. I can go look in the mirror. Let's look in the mirror. With some interfacing. We can try the ice cream maker. Maybe it's melted off now. And it's right here.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Nope. Need more melting or better crowbar. Southwest entrance to the tenements. Oh, that's up there. Okay, I can try that. That's authority. God, during the first session of a new D&D campaign Saturday, another player jingled keys to distract my character from hitting on our host, and I rolled a nat 1 on a wisdom save. Good. It is important to fail the wisdom save on jingly keys. How else could the chaos be controlled?
A sturdy metal door guards. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking
it is locked. What?
Into.
I thought it was unlocked. I thought white men I could try it again. Okay. Oh, because I clicked it? Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oops. Absolutely not talking to Measurehead for any reason, unless absolutely required. To the mirror. Actually, let's try Joyce again now that we've talked to the Hardy Boys. And we've come all the way here.
You're back. Good.
Nothing new from Joyce. I could pump authority. And I do have a whole bunch of points. Yeah, we can go for 1 point in authority.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Knock knock. Open up the door, it's real. Authority is as high as it's gonna get.
A sturdy... This could be a way into the apartment. You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you to potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
But the sweeping on the other side has stopped. Insufficiently differential.
I've got my badge right here if you want to see it.
Hold your horses.
You hear the click of a night latch before the lady on the other side gets caught in a coughing spasm.
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
She manages to say it with a wheeze. Oh.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, Her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
First, I'm a policeman that asked you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge, which I definitely have?
I already told you I don't care about any badges.
Okay, well, are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
She spits on the floor before wiping it off with the broom.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She juts out her chin, eyes shining.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
I have a few questions about these apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
Oh my. She leans on her broom.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
She smiles a gap-toothed smile when she hears you mention the name. What do you mean? I wasn't doing... No, you don't. You misunderstand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. He told me he's Martin Martinez.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
How about a young male in his mid-20s? Dark hair, skinny build. Smoker on the balcony. Know where he lives?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
Talk? The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thanks, I'm off. The graffito says, "A firing squad for the rich." A note reads, "Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates."
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty cold. Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan?
Faint pencil lines on paper.
Oh my god, I'm yawning non-stop.
The same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
And yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Shiver. Someone has torn down the wall. Damn it. I need morale juice. An old grocery list on the table. And checks. Balcony's an exit. Let's finish up inside first. Apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. The door number 9 is locked. I'm gonna steal them pail. Oh, 4's a fucking good get. I'm like double my money.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
What? This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wearing intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again, as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Later then, entering this door seems a physical challenge. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply.
Examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Yeah, alright. Let's just bust in here. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street, around 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from a canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital, and such. This is Cindy's room? Just bust down someone's actual living space? Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
It's too boring to be Cindy's room. Who is Kraz Mazov?
Seems like a good guy, judging by the moustache. By the way, doesn't he kind of look like you?
It's me. I am Kraz Mazov. Yeah, I really regret letting Kim go early in the morning. Like, role-playing wise, it seemed like the right thing, because you gotta send him off to do the body as soon as possible. But it's just not as fun without him here. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Glasses. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. An old shoe rack. Boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment number 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. The snoring is scary somehow. You should leave. Thank God. Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Gross! Where does this go? Hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. The curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Oh, blue. It's blooming. Dunno, but I got money for it. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. What's the other thing supposed to be? Parsley and sage.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. No one answers. No one answers.
Alright. Another day, maybe. Ooh. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Auto apartment number 29 and 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Okay. Other side. We get to... Can we talk to Cindy? See that.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Just the one piggy, unfortunately. That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? This shit is pumped out of government vehicles.
Fumes are bad for you.
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
Okay, bye, Cindy. Oh. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, they're short. They're proper long jeans. They look like jorts in the picture. a good generic outfit. Oh, the jeans description is so important. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric, you can't but wonder if wearing them would start moulding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. Electrochemistry +1 for having god-ass. Yep, never taking these off ever again. Pour l'homme laborer jeans. I didn't take in the fact that these have descriptions. Let's go through some of them. Classic white summer jacket, loved both by the Summeresian Communist Party and the accompanying subtropical drug traffickers. It fits you well, regardless of your political ambitions. An orange beanie with a couple of big-ass holes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. -1 rhetoric, it gives you bum brain. This white satin shirt used to be fancy. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits.
The pockets of these new jeans
hell yeah.
are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Apricot chewing gum wrapper. A gleaming chewing gum wrapper found in the pocket of the labourer jeans. It gives off an ever so faint scent of apricots. Your mouth starts watering.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia
I barely
ago.
remember.
On an island of time you can never return to.
Long, long ago. Far, far away. End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Way to go.
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive.
Gained. Apricot chewing gum scented one.
Your heart working overtime, trying to keep up with the panicked synapses firing all over your brain, moving liters of blood through you, panicking.
With the wrapper away. Apricot chewing gum scented one. Temporary research bonus, -1 reaction speed for living in the past. 5 hours and 5 minutes, that's a long time. You have found a trace of entity who's been stalking you across the plains. The Gloomstalker, the conglomeration, the shadowy organization behind your downfall. Possibly connected to the dreaded X something. Granted, it is impossible to determine its true identity. But you can remember where you first smelled its treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gum wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. No time, working on Jamais Vu, perhaps later. Whoa! 5 are out! Now I've got enough for tomorrow as well. This is grand news. The door is locked. You can't get in. Another 2. Oh, big bucks. Might have enough money put together to buy something from Ceiling later as well. Okay. Rue de Saint Ghislain, roundabout north. I am now pretty sure I've gone through everything I can without Kim. Found all the tear I can find. Oh, except for this purple dot.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Hey, solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Well, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Leader's missing husband? That's Morel. He's over there. He's old. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising. No, probably some kind of third option.
No. Stop goofing around, recruit.
Recruit? It's the leader of the proletarian uprising.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's the missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne. I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
Can do. Who the fuck are you talking about, Authority? Who's the working class woman? Doesn't say shit, does it? Fuck's sake. The only missing husband I'm imagining is Morel. Can I talk to him first? I doubt it. Bookshop. Oh, her? Hello. Definitely found your husband. The book says you must attain a Franco-Nigerian hard body at the nearest gym. Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband. You were right that I'm a cook too. First, actually, Protect and serve, madam. I found your husband.
God damn it! I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
Well, I found him anyway. I'm just that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient. Her hand's now picking on a random book cover. He's there.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ha, blam. Knew it.
So is he missing?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She has completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead. Don't worry, I'm gonna find him and bring him back home, I promise.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does he look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
Oh, he's me? You got any apricot chewing gum on you? Let me guess, he's disco?
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Why did you say your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
Wait, did she just imply that you're fat? You're not fat. The body type she's referring to is called a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
I'm not chubby, and neither is your husband. What you meant to say is that we both share a Franco-Nigerian hard body. Oh, my sweet syrup pie, I've gone hard.
You both share what?
She doesn't understand. A Franco-Nigerian hard body. Softly round, yet still in shape. Ladies dig it.
I'm not sure about the rest, but softly round sounds about right. He's not in great shape.
She stops to think.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
So right.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if the jacket's really that cool, then I can totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yes, I will bring him back home to you.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
Continuing right along in the same conversation, you were right, I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read up on them, just like you said. I even decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. You want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
She's ready to put the question aside. No, I'm the Major Majestic Cockatoo.
The what now?
The Major Majestic Cockatoo. It's the most impressive one.
You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
She says, slowly shaking her head. After looking baffled by my personal revelation.
I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day.
Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain.
You smoke?
No, I don't.
I know for a fact that you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
Your hands look like they belong to a heavy smoker.
It's not like yours look much better.
Take a look at your hands.
She is right. Your hands look even worse than hers, with tiny cuts and gushes covering your skin like a spider web. Your fingertips have become an ugly shade of brown.
I thought bum her a cigarette meant give her a cigarette. One of mine. Just give me a cigarette, please.
I already told you I don't have any. Go bother someone else.
She's lying. She's goddamn lying. She has smokes.
Give me a cigarette, okay? Don't lie. I'm helping you find your husband. I'm a cockatoo.
Sorry, officer.
Do you know where I could get a new pack?
From the kiosk? There's one near the harbor. It's Frita. You can look it up.
Okay, thanks. No problem.
She sighs.
I'll get going then. Alright, husband, brown jacket, blue lining. What of that guy who was Teutonic in here yesterday? Oh, there's some extra people here that weren't here a little bit before? Nope, same guys. Hey, blue jacket. Nope. Jacket? Nope, just a shirt. Hi, Lena.
Hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
She smiles up at you distractedly. The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Word around the canal is some weird new cryptid destroyed it.
Oh, now you're just having fun at an old woman's expense. In any case, thank you for looking into this. It takes a weight off my shoulders. Listen, sweetie, I hate to ask, but if your investigation happens to take you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now. Alright. Find Morel later. The working-class woman you met in front of the bookstore admitted that her husband is missing. Chances are the guy is drinking somewhere with his buddies. Find him and bring him home if possible. Maybe it's one of these buddies. Brown jacket. Hey Titus, you know any working class husbands?
The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Nope, don't know anything about it. And I'll leave that stuff for Kim time. I'll talk to any of them here. Nah. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Monica's titties are big. Didn't Monica have giant titties? Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and Union placards. Where else? Where might be a man who's working class? Hey, shithead, that's a brown jacket.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you knew Silang didn't do it, you little shit.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another honest lorryman's job. Talk to him. I don't know anything.
Why are you smirking? Because you're a racist shithead.
Listen up, fuckwit. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run shit.
Who does? The lady driver?
I ain't saying nothing.
You want me to get violent with you?
What? Here on the street? You won't?
I can punch Kuno and not this guy? What are you hauling?
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Was it drugs? Fair enough. Shut up.
Giving you the runaround. Let's be honest.
Shut up, Frederick. You're giving me the runaround. Which one's a lorry?
Listen up, fuckwit. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West.
Tell me who she is!
All bark and no bite. The real dogs are up in Jamrock. Everyone knows that.
Tell me and you won't get in trouble.
I'm not in trouble right now, and I don't have to tell you a single thing.
Fuck off. Blue, no brown jackets, coats, anything, anywhere. This was the racist guy's thing. Let's go to bed. Let's get Kim back. Hey dude, got any new poetry?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
Why? Do you know something? What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
I am the law. What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade, and you said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
Can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's my job. I am the law.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
You say she's troubled? How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching. It's just a few questions.
It's snitching, man. I know what it is.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son. It's right here. The answer is right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it.
Put yourself in my shoes, Tommy! I need this for another investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy.
Oof. She's a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish the investigation.
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
Where is she?
Here.
He takes a keyring from his pocket, then looks at it before giving it to me, in silence.
The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex. Looks like a chain lock.
Her lorry's still here, down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
When did she leave?
Last Friday.
Anything else, like where she is now?
No. I don't know.
Why'd you have the keys, Tommy?
She left them to me. Because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise...
He doesn't finish the sentence. I'm sorry I had to do this, Tommy.
I bet you are.
One more thing about something else.
Nah. I need to think my own thoughts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pray forgiveness for my sins. Go check your cabin. I hope it gets you something. Help someone.
Yeah, that's fucking devastating. I regret doing that. The other ones told me to fuck off. Did I check with the Boyero lady? I don't know if I did. I feel like I talked to her since. You know?
This screen found A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This is the one the man pointed to. His friend's lorry.
Look in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers.
Try the handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Unlock the door with the key Tommy
You
gave me.
push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just... The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably Grenade No. 5.
The mead with juniper berries mixed in. Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Interesting. A ingenue from the 20s, teens, or 90s. It being 58 would be 30 to 60? 30 to 50 years old? Who do we know? Could be Joyce. Could be Lena. Probably not Lena. Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The peculiar frequency tableau indicates that at least 128 stations have been saved on this radio. It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the safe stations here?
Doesn't look like it.
What's even the point then? Why would anyone need so many radio stations if none of them are Speed Freaks FM?
Unclear.
Is there anything I can do with the radio?
Not without the dial key, no.
Oh, let's look for the dial key.
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why the sandpaper?
No idea. You could peel off the sandpaper to peek underneath, but that would be tampering with the scene.
Maybe come back with Kim and see what he thinks.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
I don't have the chance to
You
look
wedge
at the...
yourself, but one odd detail.
Yeah,
No idea.
Fuck it, let's do
You
the
could
sandpaper.
peel off the sandpaper to peek underneath.
I don't care about rules. I don't have Kim here.
Scene.
I I need to get some results.
The throttle underneath looks as smooth as glass, slippery even. The sandpaper must be there to add some
So,
extra.
not really new information. The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole,
matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The missing 8th Hardy.
Looks like it, yes.
And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. Wow, it's like this was information that was easy to put together. I wish I had the confident option earlier.
You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys had anything to do with the drug trade?
This is probably a Kim conversation that I'm not getting. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret. The entire union might be involved. Maybe even all of Martinez.
You should talk to them. See what they've got to say for themselves. The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. You close the rusty old lorry door. Your job here is done.
Alrighty. Oh, I can tell Joyce about that. Let's do that. And then probably go to bed and get Kim back. Love it, Kim.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
There's no new information there. Spoke with the lawyer again?
My
Oh,
eyes
hey!
on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where were these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
There will be an investigation. That's all I can say.
Okay. I thank you for sharing that much with me. My employer thanks you as well. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What's that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker a member of the board?
A member of the board.
A member of the
I
board.
tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they?
Crenell, an Odonese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
What can they do against the Union? There seem to be a lot of them.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, detective? It's not pretty.
Seen a hornet get cooked to death by bees vibrating real hard. I was on a nature doco.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from following suit. One single, concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What are you talking about now?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Hey, anything else you can tell me?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's
Insane Clown Posse's
database, you could
database.
run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ah, yes, your condition. The International Collaborative Police maintains a database for these sorts of things. Perhaps you should consult it. It was just a suggestion.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on, then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
It's not the first time I've heard of this. Why isn't there another conversation option? Where did this all take place and when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk.
Yeah, that's what the Hardy
Maybe
was
on
said.
narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged. Did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely.
Lely.
His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Anything else about Lely? Nationality? How old did you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the 2 remaining mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
She says, with her foot on the guard wire for balance.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Wow. I wonder who could possibly be one of the mercenaries. But it's a red check, so I'll leave it. And maybe I can do it later? I know it, the player, which doesn't help Mr. Raphael.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
Let's try this again. There was...
Lely.
Tell me about the others first.
This one is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator. He was 40. In a way, it was humanizing.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
You mean you don't know what's going on?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
You know anything about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
I stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Places? Places? Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
It's a cool concept. What travels did this dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think. Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it. It seems like you can.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for now.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
+1 XP for every orb clicked. All intellect learning caps raised by 1. That's really good. That seems great. That seems like a really important thing to get as early as you can. Hey Joyce. Back again.
What can I help you with?
Oh, where was it? I've got some questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality?
+12 is huge.
My favourite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
She concludes. This is so much easier with Kim here. Kim not here, by the way. Interesting.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century. When humanity was high on this world. Discovering more and more of it. These archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape is this world, then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG. Occident Revachol-Grad.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Nice to see you. You've kind of like once a stream so far. You're doing good work.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Oh. Wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The voice becomes homely, calm. She lets a moment pass. Pale? And what do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fractured Corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco...
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality. It is the opposite of reality.
Okay, but what is it? A definition, please.
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, what's an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Insulinde is...
an oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay. What is the pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And pointing north there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. The great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
I love disco as being a catch-all term for disco. No.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Cool. If we're surrounded by pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Lungs deflate, her words sounding like a sigh.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
Okay, so the warp then. The pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
The warp, but in physical space, separating continents rather than planets.
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
You're not a civilian passenger?
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entropanetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
The lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What is entropanetic?
Entropanetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entropanetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or?
What do you think, detective?
Probably to our detriment. It's growing. There is more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Gulp.
It doesn't look like you're doing the same. The suggestion was meant in earnest, detective. Live life.
Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It's terrifying. You're right, it's disco. It'll end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. Powerful anti-communist force. Perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried, I have to say. It doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? No. Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale? You were right. It's disco.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
She stops mid-sentence. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, you have me.
Ooh.
I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow. Talk to Joyce about the Pale without Kim. Secret task complete. Very interesting. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Right. Some shit happened there. Learned a couple things. Learn about tattoos. Check out the map. Finish some tasks. Great. Let's go to sleep. I'm pretty sure I'm out of things to do now without Kim. Oh shit, oh, hey. Oh, that's the lady from the morning, from the first time? Says in the K or something? Katya? Might be Katya.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Knock again.
Still no answer.
Knock again. Much harder.
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
No, Half-Light! Down! Down!
The murmur in your ears recedes slowly.
Fucking Half-Light.
Your breathing normalizes. That's one lucky door.
Yeah, I don't think it'll come up because he wasn't around for that, but Kim actively tries to keep that from you, for fear it'll break you again. Oh my. Oh, I haven't done mirror conversation with myself. I think that was unlocked by a point, interfacing. I think I'm already wearing all my interfacing gear. Yep.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Oh, chain cutters for the door. For the window, for the thing.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your fate. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Encyclopedia, electrochemistry, and interfacing. You want to put some points around? Got so many points to throw around. Although I don't really trust electrochemistry. No, electrochemistry's fine. Half-Light's the problem. Half-Light, you're a problem. go for a little bit of extra chemistry.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
Oh!
wall. In it, your face, adorned with
Even with that many points, it's still very difficult. Outrageous. Not those. I need these. It's morale. And that hurts me, I think. Oops. What's morale? Is that? Yeah, it's the volition stat. And I don't really want to do that right now. I'll do it tomorrow. After I heal up a bit.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The
You just fucking said
creaks
bed.
as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body.
My body.
Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Oh, the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing.
I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Frame
baby.
your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death.
Artist, and liver damage is my art.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like people.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Alcohol in my hand? Alcohol in my hand? Can't use alcohol stat? Alcohol abuse physics stat? I don't even know if I want to use the expression. The expression is fine. I don't have a problem with the expression. Where's my Kim? Timothy. Oh shit. And some other cops. Good morning, Kim.
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
I feel like there should be a lot of options to talk to Kim about things with, you know? Okay, we're here now. What's up, coppers?
A woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Hold on, you're a patrol officer of the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm cop 2.
I know.
Here's the real deal.
Thanks, Kim. I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Okay, fine. Let's talk.
What precinct
What
are
did
you from?
want?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
She just sighs.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Is that Big Mare? No fucking shot, that's Big Mare. Is he disguised?
I don't know what to say.
You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
Don't say anything, Judith.
That is definitely Vic Mare's voice. Is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
She says quietly and looks away.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her uncomfortable.
Okay, goodbye. What's up, man with sunglasses?
You look like shit.
How you doing? My face reflects in the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
I don't look like shit.
Judith, back me up here.
You do look... It looks like it's been a tough week for him.
No, what do you want?
His tone is impatient.
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like you.
Kim, who's this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Alright, 28%. Easy.
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
Nurse's uniform?
Yes, nurses. Why not?
He's not a male nurse, I'm not gonna ask that.
Of course, you don't have to. You can talk about anything you want.
I've got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Bum hat, white coat, brown pants. I look like a megastar.
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course. This again.
Now, will you answer some questions for me?
No.
Why not?
Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
If you don't want me to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one.
Sure thing, Authority.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay, I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
He gives me an odd look.
You know what?
Oh, now
It
I get
must
healed
be
morale.
because he's
Fuck off.
buff. He looks like he works out, like he's got the devil on his back.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Let's talk about the hanged man again.
Okay, why not?
So I'm doing this
Let's do the
investigation.
old
Turns
thing
out this
over
guy
again.
was shot
We're
and
not wasting
hanged.
time. There is no time. You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Yes.
Okay, well...
He corrects his blonde wig. His hair. He corrects his hair. What?
I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Oh, this rules. That's what the core.
Watch out for yourself.
That
Hey, fuck you.
voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
It's been a full month since I heard this, and I didn't recognize it. Wait, your voice.
Oh, really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called up to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Yeah, I haven't seen you before.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. Okay, yeah, do I have Aspect to Core clothes? Yeah, +1. Not +2. I need the jeans on, obviously. Oh, did this give me Aspect to Core? No. Why doesn't that give me Aspect to Core? That doesn't make any sense. Yep, that's like about as good as I'm gonna get it. Oh, do I have minus from thinking about it? Thinking too hard? Nope, I don't know. One more time.
Again? I can't
Oh, right, I didn't
believe
do
this
that.
shit.
Oops. Oopsie. See you around. Level up.
Again?
Let's try again, Big Man.
I can't believe
50%.
this shit.
That's way higher.
There's
Come
something that
on!
binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
Oh no, you can't trick me, Aspect to Core. The uniform is metaphorical. I'm actually seeing the working class.
I want to say, yes, I think.
Level with me here for a second. Are you working class?
Fucking politics again. You know what I'm more interested in?
Me solving the case of the hanged man?
You solving the case you're on. I'm passionate about that. So maybe get to it.
Okay, bye! Alright, let's start with... Hey, God.
Can I help you?
I
Offer
can
20 real.
not afford
Then
tonight's
why are you waiting?
In a minute! We'll get right on that. How about now? Anything I can take him?
Yes?
You're following me.
Excuse me?
Just
You
an observation.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
Oh wait, what do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
Oh, interesting. When you hold tab, they get highlighted.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Alright. Let's try the Hardy Boys again. But this time, with a Kim. Hello, Elizabeth.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Nothing important. Hello, Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Oh, yeah. Top down. I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
How does a bullet in his head factor into this?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
This line of questioning is over.
About fucking
nothing
time.
New. Let's get some authority and come back. Ah, he takes so long to go back to his table. This is minus authority, so don't use that. This is plus tons of authority. Yep, okay, that's good. Authority is purple, which these don't help with. That good. Oh, Psyche minus health. Yeah, alright, let's get some drugs. Let's do some drugs. Ooh.
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power.
Look at the little puck of liquid.
What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Wait. Radiation poisoning sounds scary.
It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Pyrrolidon is a perfect match for a badass junkie cop who's looking for a little heat. You need to lower the radiation levels, your stomach thinks. Slurp it.
Open the cap.
The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it.
Wait, won't Kim see me slurp it?
What is he? Your mother? Is Kim your au pair? Slurp it. Slurp the morsel of danger joy.
Slurp it.
You suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone.
Tastes like a kiss.
It tastes like many things, all melted into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning.
Oh God, on fire!
Not really.
Oh, that's fine
then.
then.
It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. This warmth, it makes you want to share your discovery with Kim.
Kim, I just did a drop of drugs. It's great.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as the fire reflects off the lenses. You feel this man is your brother. Just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay. Whatever. I'm not getting involved. Wow. Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggie partner. Whoa. That's probably it. He's seen it before. Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you about the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. This stuff is great.
Will I be able to stand straight and walk?
Why not? This government-developed substance seems very non-intrusive. You could even operate heavy machinery. Fire machinery. Please don't actually operate any fire machines.
This is going to be so useful in my line of work.
Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings. If you can keep the vomit in, because it sort of also makes you want to throw up.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a
Pterodon
Pterodon button.
It gives +1 to psyche skills.
Empathy, suggestion, authority.
Thanks, Doyle. Hey, Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but
Just a
the
little spin.
clowns are still here.
Oh, that's still really low. Yet, here we go.
Establish
Bummer, dude.
authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Kim, I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
What, who, me? What is it?
Yes. You. Stop talking out loud. You sound like you're unraveling.
Everybody calm down. This is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job.
Police job?
He tilts his head to the side as if inspecting you. A brief moment passes, in silence. Then...
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
He unholsters and gives you his firearm. It feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a funny toy.
Your fingers wrap around the handle. The index slides into the trigger loop. Do it. Go on. Good. Now put it in your mouth.
Authority, no! I want to point it at them.
I want to point it at them. Quit your whining. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man. You're going to point it at yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Show them.
Put the barrel in your mouth.
What are you doing?
Short, cold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron and hell.
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
What the fuck? These are my thoughts. This is my head.
What in the name of motherfuck?
Acidic taste on your lips. Corrosive. Once as a child you put your tongue against the rail. It was winter. That was a long time ago.
The fuck is he saying?
Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
You'll never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun now.
You better get ready to fucking respect me in 5, 4, 3.
He's not gonna off himself. Come on.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still spin this as some kind of tactic. There will be no spinning. Do the honest thing. Pull the trigger.
It'd be funny though. I saved pretty recently, right? I saved right out there. I'm not fucking this case up! You will respect me!
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Inside the small mechanism, you can hear a spring tensing up.
Yeah. Cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man.
Man, you're a freak.
His fucking balls ain't big enough.
What the fuck? Listen, it's funny. Commit to the bit, you know? Volition gave me the out. Thank you, Volition. Good looking out. I'm not taking it.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised, Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Wait. Okay, no, load game. Okay, load game's fine. Oh! A brief moment of absolute terror. When I didn't see a continue button, but it's fine. Never happened. It was a brief wait. Okay, 2 minutes here. Yep. We are saved up, we're good. That's the end of it. Just gone, end Elysium. That was it. Wrap it up, boys.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
You know what? Actually, no, that was it. 11:30, that's a good spot to stop. Had a bit of a rough night. This gun. Yeah, that's hits credits, kind of. That's a game over, for real. So, it's where I'm gonna leave it for tonight. Woo! Crazy that it just lets you do that. Kim, never give me your gun ever again. Thank you very much. We'll pick it up. Maybe on the weekend? I got some time. Otherwise, back next Wednesday. Same approximate time. 7:30-ish. Thank you all very much for watching. Last Bubble Fire Fan, everyone in here. 2 streams in 1 week? Isn't that crazy? No one has ever done that before. It's this new tech I'm figuring out. Streaming twice in 1 week. But that's it. GG. Thank you again very much for watching. When is Bubble on next? Pull up the schedule for that. Sunday... Warframe. Nope, tomorrow. Expedition 33. You can catch Bubble tomorrow with Expedition 33, approximately 7 PM-ish. Maybe earlier, maybe later, I don't know. You'd have to ask her, wherever she is. And then after that, yeah, so maybe I'll play on Saturday, a bit more disco. But we will both be on Sunday night with Warframe after that. Go ahead and raid someone, maybe? Anyone got a recommendation? A preferred channel? Here's someone. Someone's playing BG3. Just give me a cool second to figure out how to raid again. Flash raid. That person's name. Oh? Yep, that's going to be happening. Let's go watch Akari play BG3. Alright. Good night. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Arrivederci. Ciao.